हाँ जी, आपकी बात।
Actually, I want to know how many countries will take part in this process, and actually, I am reading the undercard and the main card. What is difference between this undercard and the main card?
Well, usually the undercard consists of fighters who are making their professional debut, or who are still early years in their professional career. The main card consists of fighters who are more veteran, can I say, and whose records also speak for themselves.
And how many countries will take part?
The world is open to us, actually, and as I love to say, India is shining, and everybody wants to come here now. So NFN, we're happy to welcome fighters from all over the country who reach out to us and make the best matchups for our boys here and girls.
Ma'am, we've seen a lot of the undercard fighters perform really, really well in the past. And do you think that the undercard fighters could eventually give the veterans a tough challenge?
Wow, okay. I think with the undercard, there's an extra hunger, to make a mark on the show. So sometimes, you do get to see some really exciting fights. But then, like I always say, and when I talk to Krishna every time post our events, this is a fight game, and you just can't predict it. What happens in the cage is something that's so unpredictable, and a fighter could be in phenomenal condition, but if it's not his night, then he would lose to his opponent. But so it's a very unpredictable sport, and that's the beauty of it.
Got it, ma'am. Which fights are you most excited about in this card?
All of them, actually.
Awesome.
Me too. You ready for mine?
Yes, please.
I also want to give a special shout out to the guys on our undercard. These guys, their professionalism and their hunger is very inspiring to see. Moving on to the main card, I believe rematches are always very interesting because they have a story to them. There's a certain build-up, so I'm excited to see the outcome between Neeraj and Oais. And of course, our co-main and main events. We have John from Ireland, who I believe is a great ambassador for the sport. He represents himself in and out of the cage very well, making him an exciting fighter. Srikanth, on the other hand, is extremely durable. The guy has no quit, which makes it an extremely exciting matchup. In our main event, we have Seth, who we've seen evolve with each of his fights immensely. So he was known for his BJJ. Now I believe he's more of a well-rounded mixed martial artist today, and definitely has a lot more confidence than the first set that we ever saw in Matrix Fight Night. And then of course he faces a very tough opponent from Kyrgyzstan, who also comes with a huge fan following and a huge support. He has a record of 10-1. I think all of his fights actually are finishes, and not just on the ground or not just knockouts, so he poses a threat everywhere. So, I was talking to a lot of people and I was asking them for their predictions, but it's really hard to pick a favorite for the main event, which makes it super exciting.
You want to ask a question? Can you please have a mic across here?
Question to John Mitchell. John, what do you think about your opponent and how you see the fight gonna go tomorrow?
I joke around and stuff a lot, but I'm sure he's a nice guy. Like, he's wearing sunglasses indoors for some reason. Find his cheapest three-piece suit, but look, I'm sure he's a tough competitor. Like he's I don't think too much about him, to be honest. Like, I've fought a lot of guys, and I don't compete with anyone. I compete with myself. I'm going to take the situation.
The last time you fought was in a village in Manipur, so shut up.
It's not similar to what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you couldn't finish a guy who did not even know boxing. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, some Afghani fight for lad did not.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Like, you fought in some village in Manipur and no one was watching.
Are you going to get a new suit when you get knocked out?
I will anyways have a shoot, and anyways I look better than you, I perform better than you, I'm here in front of people, everyone eyes are on me, so you can have a mic and have your own way with the words. so it doesn't matter anyways.
Okay, but you do have a receding hairline.
What?
You do have a receding hairline on home.
What? What? Is that the only thing you're going to talk to me right now?
No, I'm gonna knock you tomorrow.
John, are you gonna see some blood tomorrow? I would love to see some blood, his blood.
I don't know if you can afford the ambulance bills, to be honest, but maybe.
I don't have to afford the ambulance bill. The company takes care of all these things. If you don't know, and I think you're illiterate. You have not read the contract properly.
Okay, we'll see blood, so.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. It's all going to be violence.
Blow seems great. No signing on. Yes, sir. Mike, आपके पीछे Mike.
Just wanted to know that have you made any arrangement for the compulsory dope test of the fighters? Because I have attended few of the national level events and I have seen washrooms are dustbin full of used syringes during the martial art mixing.
So what events have you attended where you've seen those?
Some of the local level or national level, any event, if you go to the mixed martial art event or any this type of event, we see dustbin full of used syringes.
Okay.
And I have seen the fighters using syringes in the toilets.
Okay. So first of all, you haven't seen our event. Secondly, I'd like you to come to our event. All our fighters are clean athletes. Secondly, the sports that you're talking about, I might stir a storm here, but the sports that you're talking about are pretty much Olympic recognized sports that you're talking about. So with MFN and MMA, it's the cleanest sport that we can offer to the public in general. Like I said, if you would come over to our events, if you see the athletes, these athletes landed from their flights from all across the world. The first thing that they did was give their medical tests. And we have the medical reports, they are all clean and clear. So we have nothing to worry about with these
I
athletes.
think that there is a difference between the medical test and the dope test.
Sir, these guys are clean athletes. That's
Also
the
sorry to interrupt you, Coach, throughout Fight Week we have a very solid federation backing us, monitoring the entire event, monitoring all the athletes throughout Fight Week. So I think that's, that definitely differentiates us from the rest.
And sir, there are videos everywhere
Yeah, I have.
on Hotstar that show the tests.
Salil, I have one thing to say. Thank you, sir, for your very honest question. My very honest answer to you, Sergi. No, it's okay. Let him have the mic. It's fine.
That's Daniel Isaac from the Ghana Federation.
No, please continue to stand, sir.
Can we please, can we give the mic back to the gentleman, please?
Yeah, we want to respect anybody who asks a question. We have no problem with any question you ask. My only very honest answer to you, as you very honestly said that you've attended many events where you've seen used syringes in the trash bins. Please visit our event tomorrow. You will see no used syringes in the bathrooms.
Thank you.
Said hi. Last time MFN was in Delhi and you were headlining for the super fight, and this time, since MFN is in Delhi, you are headlining for the main event for the title fight. Is it just Delhi or you have a super cool relationship with the place?
I enjoy it here. This is where I live. All my friends and family are here. I will fight wherever, whenever, but I do like it here.
Seth, just another question for Seth. Seth, why do you look so calm and zen? The gentleman right next to you looks, with his sunglasses, he looks like a gangster. And you look so calm and zen. So is this your methodology? Is this...
Shrikant and I are just opposites. We're two sides.
That's the yin and yang in the same gym.
We are completely opposites. When he gets hyped, I'm mellow. And when I get hyped, he's very calm and mellow. So we even each other out. In big moments in my life, I try to think deeply about how I want to act and react and how I want to be. And I have come to the conclusion that I do my best and I am able to perform at my best when I'm calm, when I'm prepared, when I breathe, and when I stay centered in myself. So I just try to be like that.
Amazing, thank you.
I'm for answer. The MMA is called in most of the places as an event, not sports. What would you like to say on this?
I think it's a sports event.
Yeah, but it's still said as event.
So anything that is as large, magnanimous and spectacular like this, I think that's why we call it an event. There's no hidden agenda to call it an event, because this is something that India is just waking up to. This is something that India is just realizing there is something like this that can exist and coexist with our beloved cricket. But that's why we call it an event, because it's such an event that you'll not forget it once you visit an MFN event.
I hope tomorrow onwards it's sport.
It is definitely. We've been fighting hard for it for the last 20 years, and here we are 20 years later speaking to you such fine people. So I'm sure it's going to be a great event tomorrow, and you're going to be a fan after the show.
All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, we wrap up with one last question. I hope yes.
My question is to Dan sir. So this fight card, is full of young talent, and most of the people have come from MFN contenders. You as a sanctioning body, how tough or how easy was it pulling off MFN contenders in Nexus with IMA Nationals 2022, which was a 3-day event?
It's easy, because we're not here to disrupt the fight. We're here to enforce the fight. We're here to just encourage the athletes to compete. So for us, we're just in the shadows. All we're doing is enforcing the sanctity of the sport and ensuring that the athletes are safe and healthy at the end of the show. And if I can answer what ma'am asked about sport and event, at the grassroots level, mixed martial arts is a sport. When you reach Matrix Fight Night level, it becomes an event.
Answer. So, GAMAF and IMA, they've been evolving with each and every event. What is the reason behind it? Like, we see a lot of changes and evolution with the sanction body.
What is the reason why MFN and GAMAF work together?
I'm saying
because we're both the best at our own levels.
I mean, say the evolution, if you look at unified rules and if you look at GAMAF rules, there are some changes. I mean, there's some differences between both the rules.
The change is only for the good. What we do is we put in a lot of research, and the change is only for the good. The changes are not to negatively impact the sport. The changes are only to enhance the sport, to make it more rational, more understandable, to make it more fair to the athletes, to make it more fair to the officials and to the sport in itself. So all the changes that happen within GAMAF are for the positive of the sport.
Right, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. हाँ सर, लगता है अभी पसंद आ गया.
Actually, I want to know the winner candidate, what category? What will be given? What will be given to the winner? A cash, a trophy, or a cash?
Yes, definitely. So, every fighter on MFN gets what you call show money, which is the basic pay. And then when he wins his fight, he gets a bonus, which is a win money, okay? Sometimes if a fighter performs spectacularly, so you get fight of the night or fighter of the night, KO of the night, then you get an extra bonus for that. And tomorrow we have our first welterweight title fight. So we have this beautiful belt on the line to win. And this belt is actually solid silver with real gold plating and hand enameled.
That is really a Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for asking so many questions. And now what we've been waiting for